Hi you, it's me. And I was watching Alice Down the Rabbit Hole. That's the name of the channel. She has now 2 times talked about the laws in Louisiana, divorce laws. And I looked this up. This is from an AI. AIs are not always reliable. But what she said made a lot of sense. And so I pulled this up just to see what it would say. And it says in Louisiana, you can legally file for divorce while pregnant, but you cannot avoid discussing the pregnancy in the divorce proceedings, as it will significantly impact child custody, support, and other legal considerations related to the upcoming child. Therefore, you must disclose the pregnancy to the court, which absolutely makes sense. But according to the public documents that Alice Down the Rabbit Hole was looking at, because she was looking, public records, right? You can go and look online. There is nothing about a child in the documentation. And that doesn't make any sense. This is why I looked up specifically Louisiana. And again, this is AI. It's not always as reliable as it should be. But I have never heard, I'm in California, I've never heard of a divorce where the woman was pregnant and there wasn't some kind of a paternity test given either before the divorce is settled or they still keep the process going and don't finalize the divorce until paternity is done. And then they can distinguish, is this child the child of the husband or soon-to-be ex-husband? And as they said here, custody, support, all of that stuff. Why wasn't it mentioned in Gypsy and Ryan's divorce decree? It's been signed. It's been finalized as far as what I've seen through Alice Down the Rabbit Hole. It shows it being finalized. How can it be finalized if the child isn't born yet? Even Gypsy herself said that she would probably have to take a paternity test before she could finalize a divorce to show who the father is. So it brings up a lot of things. And now with these rumors that say that her baby bump is so small because the child is not growing properly, this is something that I've discussed and I have heard many other creators discuss, is that she's going to create a situation where the baby doesn't make it. But the real question is there even a baby? Now, I don't like to go with all these conspiracy theories and all that, but I do question the baby bump that constantly changes in size. It doesn't make sense. The way that she sits and stands, she doesn't do this like a pregnant woman. And the fact that she is a smaller size, she's like 4'11", a normal size baby, I would think with somebody of her stature would be more prominent. I know as a 5'1" woman, it was quite prominent after the 6th month for me. 7 and 8, it was incredibly difficult. It was incredibly difficult to move. I was tired all the time. I did that whole weeble wobble thing when I tried to get up from a chair. Yeah, I haven't seen her do any of those things. And it shocks me to think that somebody could make this up, that somebody would even think of making something like this up. And there's many, many theories that could have allegedly occurred. It could be that she was pregnant and lost the child, but why wouldn't she say so? I would think because she's so hell-bent on gaining sympathy that she would notify everyone right away. Oh, I lost the child. Oh, poor me. My thoughts are that, or my thoughts have been in the past, my opinion, that if it is in fact a fake pregnancy, that she would say something like that, so that's why there's no child. And she's already passing around the whole idea that the baby is very small and not growing properly. So this leads to believe that she could absolutely fake it in order to gain sympathy, to gain more clout, etc., etc. Because honestly, it's like cancer. If somebody says they have cancer, nobody questions it until they give us reason to question it. Nobody, if I said today, oh, I'm dying of cancer, I've got brain cancer or lung cancer or whatever, why would you think I'd be lying about that? People don't usually lie about things that serious. And I thought about that, but then I also thought, this is Gypsy Rose. Think of all the lies and manipulations that she's already done. Think about how, in my opinion, personally, that she left her dying mother, in my opinion, to go get Nick, to have him perform a crime that had already occurred, and she was on her way to pass on before Nick even got there. That's my opinion. That's how I feel according to the records and how many pokies she had at time of passing on. These YouTube euphemisms are silly, but I don't know. I guess it's nice to keep it light. I mean, this is still December. We're still getting ready for Christmas. But yeah, I wouldn't put it past Gypsy to lie about something even as serious as pregnancy. Most people, you would think, would never, not even consider the possibility of lying about something like that. But Gypsy would. She has been caught in so many lies, so much deceit, so much manipulation. Why wouldn't she pretend to be pregnant and then pretend to lose a child to gain sympathy? It could just be a last-ditch effort. Was she ever pregnant? I don't know. Maybe this was her plan all along. Maybe she was trying to do this to keep Ken around. I don't know. There's so many theories out there. It's astonishing, but I'm not surprised if that's what it's all about. And it just proves to me that if she could lie about something as horrendous as, oh, I'm pregnant, oops, lost the baby. If she could lie about something like that, then she's not mentally stable. Let's put it that way. She is not mentally stable, which is something that occurs with somebody who has her chromosome deletion issue. Mental instability is one of the symptoms of it. Now, she addressed that when she was in an interview. I don't remember which one it was. But she addressed that and said that it hasn't affected her, and hopefully it won't affect her child. But as we've seen, no, I think it has. I think it has. She lied about the surgeries. She lied about manipulating poor Nicholas. She lied about, she lied to Ryan, claiming that she loved him so that she had a place to go besides home with her parents when she got out of prison. She's there now anyway. But yeah, it doesn't look good. I still can't fathom why somebody would lie about a pregnancy, and don't know that she did lie about the pregnancy, but it doesn't look good, is what I'm saying. The baby bump changing all the time. Now they're throwing out the little gossipy gossip about how the baby is too small, and that's why her baby bump is small and has changed. I mean, God, it makes me sick to think that somebody would lie, considering how many women out there who have lost a child, how devastating that is. Absolutely devastating. And for Gypsy Rose to allegedly, possibly lie about something like that, it just is disgusting. It really is. I don't really know what else to say about it, but man, it was not addressed in the divorce paperwork that down the rabbit hole got. Or Alice down the rabbit hole. It wasn't addressed at all. There was nothing about pregnancy, about a child. And in Louisiana, we know that if you are married and you get pregnant, the husband is assumed to be the father until a paternity test is done to prove that he is not. But if it wasn't even mentioned in the divorce decree, I mean, are they just is she pregnant and they're just letting her get away with it? That doesn't make any sense either. Gypsy's not above the law. That doesn't even seem plausible, which is why it all seems so crazy. And when it was first brought up, I didn't think a lot about it, but the second time that it's been brought up, it's hard to not think about it. It really is. A baby is a baby, even when it's not born. It's still considered a child, and it still has parents. The child still has parents. I don't like referring to children as its. I apologize for that. So it just doesn't make any sense. That's all I got to say.